Welcome guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video we're going to be playing Best of One Standard event with Azorius Control. I just recently crafted the rares for this deck. This is a deck by the player Dearsliversmtg, which I found either on MTG Goldfish or mtgdex.net. Those are kind of the two sources that I use. So anyways, all credit goes to that player for the deck, but I'm excited to sort of try out Control a little bit. I usually play aggro, so I don't have much to any experience with Control, but I would like to play kind of other big decks in the format. And so, yeah, we'll go ahead and jump in. In today's video, I'll very quickly kind of go over the deck, and then we'll get into the games, and at the end I'll do a little bit of a wrap-up. If you want to check the video description, there will be a link to all of my playlists, including all the other decks I've run through standard events, limit events, as well as some of the other decks that I've played. And then there will also be a link on moxfield.com to the deck list and on untapped.gg to the deck win rate stats. And then also a subscription link if you like this content and you want to see more of it, and if you want to subscribe. So, okay, let's jump in. Azorius Control is a deck that I've usually played against, but I don't know much how to play it. So this is a version that had a very good winning record, which is part of the reason that I was looking at using it. Again, the credit does go to Dearsliversmtg, the player. But for the 1-drop slot, we've got 4 copies of Authority of the Consuls. Again, this is best of 1, so very heavily set up against aggro. Great against mono red or Boros, just to help deal with opponent's creatures. They come into play tapped, and then whenever creature and opponent control enters, you gain 1 life. So full play set here. Full play set of 3 steps ahead, which is typically a 3-drop to counter target spell, but you can also use it to draw cards and to filter, and then also to create a copy of a target artifact or creature you control. So typically just used as an early counter, otherwise helping sort of filter for better draws. You can use it to copy tokens, copy like a Beza or like a Marang, or potentially tokens. So yeah, full play set here makes sense. We want to have some counter magic. In the 2-drop slot, we've got 3 copies of Get Lost, which is kind of a catch-all removal spell. It can deal with enchantments, creatures, or planeswalkers, and then it gives the opponent 2 map tokens, which they can then use to either buff a creature or try to find land. Now, typically this deck in the past has run cards like Temporary Lockdown to get rid of sort of the benefit that they get from a card like Get Lost. And there are some versions that run Pinnacle Starcage, which is kind of like the new version of Temporary Lockdown. This particular list doesn't run it, but that is something that some lists do run. Additionally, some lists also run Split Up as kind of pseudo mass removal. This particular list also doesn't run Split Up, so I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out. 2 copies of Rest in Peace to deal with Graveyard and sort of Reanimator decks. This is kind of like one of the best answers because it just deals really well with the graveyard effects unless they remove the Rest in Peace. And I think you do see a lot on ladder of the Reanimator decks that can go off as early as turn 4. So this is kind of a nod to those decks. A full playset of Consult the Star Charge. This is a fantastic card draw mechanic where you can look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control, and then put one of those cards in your hand. And then if you kicked it by paying 4 mana, or 2 blue and 2 other, you can put 2 of those cards in your hand instead, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, routinely you're doing this for like 7, 8, 9, 10. It is fantastic at finding answers. So I think this is one of the best cards, the new cards in the Azorius Control deck, and I'm happy to see how it plays out. 3 copies of No More Lies. A lot of decks will run, I think, the full playset, but 3 copies, we'll see how that, I guess that's just a choice that the deck creator went with. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. So this is kind of like Mana Leak of the past, except it's 1 white and 1 blue. And then if that spell is countered in this way, exile it instead of putting it to the opponent's graveyard. 3 copies of Stock Up is another great way to kind of filter, search for board wipes, things like that. 2 copies of Beza, the Bounding Spring. This is sort of a catch-up mechanic to get some life back and kind of create a board presence that forces the opponent to play into another board wipe. Plays fantastic in this deck, I would imagine. 3 copies of Day of Judgment, and then 2 copies of Ultima. These are kind of our board wipes. Just kind of the split due to mana costs, I would imagine. Ultima does also destroy all artifacts and creatures, which is good against the Azorius artifact deck, which is really, really nasty and can go off as early as like turn 4, I think, maybe turn 5. So a nice sort of nod to that deck. It does also end the turn, which I guess I haven't seen be super relevant, but maybe it is. And then 2 copies of Elspeth Stormslayer is kind of our kind of finisher, a great way to create board presence and then deal with opposing threats as well. And a Planeswalker, so it dodges mass removal. And then 1 copy of Marang River Regent, which is a nice way to either use it to draw cards and filter, or to bounce non-land permanents and create like a big finisher in like a 6/7 flyer. And then for the land, we have 27 land with, I think we've got, 3 Restless Anchorage as kind of other potential manland finishers. And then 2 Fountainports to kind of go along, 2 Demolition Fields to deal with opposing land, and the full play set of Multiversal Passage to kind of help get good mana. But yeah, that's the deck. Average mana cost 2.6 and 27 land. Excited to see how it plays out. So let's go ahead and jump into a standard event. I've certainly played against this deck a number of times on ladder, so it'll be interesting to play the other side of the table. I'm definitely not typically a control player, so many of you are probably going to be better at playing control than me, but yeah, I'm excited to try it out. All right, opening hand, we can use Demolition Field to kind of also filter our own mana a little bit. With 27 sources, I feel pretty good with this. I think we'll probably draw into more land. That might just be me as a aggro player used to like functioning on 2 land, but this seems like an okay open, so I think I'm going to keep. We do need blue mana, but okay, it looks like we're up against Boros, which I guess Boros has been getting more popular almost even in mono red. It's putting up really good numbers, so I think it's a fantastic deck. And it's nice because it has the reach with the burn, a little bit of lifelink, sort of kind of has it all. Let's just get another authority going. We can buy a little bit of time here while we try to find blue mana. All right, now we'll use Demolition Field to kind of help get some blue mana, I think. And I'm trying to decide if we want to do it now or if we want to do it like on their turn. I don't think it really matters. I guess I'll just do it now. I guess we give them an extra mana right now, which, yeah. So we got shields down for a turn, but we've got Day of Judgment, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay, there's a Floodfarm Verge. I think I just want to do star charts this turn. Like, I don't think they can do 21 damage in a turn. They can push some decent damage here. I want to see if we can go bigger with our Day of Judgment. And we can counter something if it gets really crazy. So I suppose we could also just Day here, but I think we can go a little bigger. Yeah, and they're just going to try to buy some time here, which makes sense. I don't think I would put more on the board either, personally. Okay, let's pick up... Do we want more spot removal here? I think we just want more board wipes. Let's get another star charts in Ultima. I like Anchorage. It's really annoying to play against, that's for sure. We could also go stock up plus hold up no more lies if we want to like wait another turn. I think that's a decent play also. We could also just try to consult again. I think because we're only consulting for 4, maybe we go for like the stock up play here. Like we want to make them think that we don't have board wipes and just are just trying to find stuff. We could also I suppose we could board wipe since we have 2 board wipes now, but I kind of want to just dig. I don't even really know what I'm looking for, to be honest. Fountainport lets us start making dorks and then drawing more cards. Another Anchorage could be interesting. I don't know if we need another. I guess we could use as a sort of a spot removal too. I think I'm going to go with a land here. I don't know if it's right, but... Okay. And I think, we could counter this. They probably want to get Screaming Nemesis down. I think we counter this to make it seem like they can get some stuff in, and then we just wipe everything away. I think I counter this. Yeah, we make him commit to the board a little bit more. Make it seem like we can't find a Day of Judgment. Now we could just Ultima here and play an Anchorage, or we could play another land and leave up Consult. I think I just play Anchorage here and go Ultima. So they probably burn us a little bit here. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, the Boros Charm gives them the indestructible. Yeah, that's a good catch. And they can turn off our lifelink here if they target. Yeah, the Boros Charm is pretty good. I forgot that it has the indestructible clause. All right, so now we Day of Judgment, and do we want to Anchorage or Fountainport? So we'll have 3 mana. I think we just Anchorage again. Let's Day. And I prefer to not consult here unless we have to. They were able to get off the Screaming Nemesis, which was pretty good for them. So we're stuck at 7 life. Now we have to kind of muscle our way through the rest of the game. Let's stock up. see what we find. 3 steps ahead is really good. I think we also just go Elspeth here as well. So I think I want counter plus Elspeth. And then I think we just go Elspeth and start making some tokens. We could get burned out pretty easily, so we got to be a little careful. But we got to start making moves. I wonder if we're supposed to like double Elspeth there. Yeah, because I think they just try to burn us out right now. Surprised they didn't attack there. That's sort of interesting. All right, so now I think we just make more tokens and set up like a big +1/+1 counter turn. Could also give them flying so we can like, although never mind, this guy can't even attack. So I think we just go and make some more tokens. And then, do we want to have open mana? What are we trying to do here? Trying to consult and probably have 3 steps ahead open. I don't know if we attack this turn. I don't think we attack. I think we just draw more cards. So we have 4, 8. I guess we can do both. So maybe we can Anchorage this turn. And then we just sit. And try to set up. If they do nothing, I guess we can like Fountainport, although Fountainporting is pretty dangerous. Okay, I guess that was good enough. They had a fighting chance there. I mean, if they had like Boros Charm plus like Lightning Helix, they could have gotten there. Want to know. It's kind of a cool deck. I've actually never played it before, so played against it many times, but yeah, I like the build. Okay, we've got a bunch of land. We have Day of Judgment, have some later game stuff. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what we're up against, but I think this is a keep, right? Maybe I'm crazy, but we'll see. Okay, another Boros stack. Let's start with Ink. Guess we want Anchorage, yeah. Oh no, this must be 4-color control. That's right. Very different game. They're still going to be doing damage to us. So I think, do we want to hold up No More Lies? What do they do on turn 3 that matters? I don't think they really do much. I think I'm just going to play Passage here. For blue. Yeah, let's go blue. I think we care more about our life than countering whatever it is that they want to play. Like, their big spells start on turn 4 when they try to, like... Yeah, if they consult for 2, I don't care. Like, we don't want them to get the kicker off, I think. But there's just, like, nothing that interesting they can do with 2 mana. They can, like... play their own counter, they can consult, or they can do like Get Lost, but like big whoop. Alright, let's go Plains. I guess they could counter our stock up here. Did we go for it? I think now we might want to hold up counter because then they can consult for 4, which we don't want. But I guess like they'd have to have like the counter plus the consult. They just used one. Did they do anything interesting on turn 4? I don't think so. I think I just go for stock up here. Like they could have the counter. But like, they can't 3 steps ahead. They have to have Get Lost or No More Lies. All right, so they had it. Maybe we're supposed to wait. I don't know. I guess now they could yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so maybe 4 mana is where we draw the line. I think they're tapped out now, so now we can do our own Marang, which I think is probably right. Let's lose that one. I guess Day of Judgment isn't great against them. Is it better to have more land? Well, we've got 3 land. I guess I don't know how bad this is. They have Jeskai Rev, which I think, and they have I guess a couple Marangs themselves. That's their only actual threats. We can start getting some land control here. I don't think we go for Elspeth because it's pretty obvious that they can just like 3 steps ahead. And we want to hold up No More Lies ourselves. We're a couple turns off from attacking. I don't think we want to do that. I think we just pass and start Fountainporting. Like, we want to be able to counter Jeskai Rev for sure. Okay, let's make a token. They could do something in response, but nothing that interesting, I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. Now I think we can start drawing extra cards with the Fountainport. Do we have enough? We have enough to make one, but not make and draw. We also don't have enough to Elspeth plus hold up counters. So I think we just start getting in for 1 and then potentially drawing cards. But just, I think leaning on the lands right now is probably right. And just holding up counters. Like, we have to make sure that they can't resolve Jeskai Rev. They need to wait till like a minimum of 10 mana to try to force it through. So is it safe to Fountainport? I think it is because we can hold up No More Lies. Just have to be careful how we tap. I wonder if it's smart enough to... Yes, it is smart enough. Also have to be a little careful about our life, just because they can burn us out. I think we let defeat go through, that's fine. I don't care about that. We do lose a little bit of life. But I think it's more important to watch out for Jeskai Rev. Now we can also play Elspeth. They can counter it, and then we counter that, and then they Jeskai Rev. So I think we still wait, because they want to be able to resolve Jeskai Rev for sure. So I think we just lean on our lands a little bit more before we try to go for Elspeth. And I don't think we want to attack with our man land just yet. I think we're playing the ultra slow game here. I think they just want to try to nickel and dime us to get us low enough to make us want to use our counters. But we just got to hold tight here for the Jeskai Rev. Because if they resolve one of those, it might be lights out. I think we can make another token. We don't want to tap out here because they can Jeskai Rev in response. Do we care about Rest in Peace? I don't think they get anything back, so I don't think it matters. Just keep playing lands. Now we can Elspeth and hold up 3 steps. I guess, like, if we Elspeth and they 3 steps, maybe we just let that resolve. Let's attack first and see what they do. Otherwise, we start drawing extra cards. I think we can Elspeth here. Like, maybe they wipe all of our stuff away? Or do we go one more turn? I think maybe we go one more turn, maybe draw some cards. I think we make one more token, then we stop at 10 life, just so that we don't die to like a bunch of inevitable defeats and lightning helixes. We could also Elspeth and give them counters and start pushing harder. I kind of like that over making tokens because that'll kind of force the board wipe sooner. Okay, now I think we can... Let's tap one of these. Now I think we Elspeth. See if they want to counter this one. And again, if they counter this, I think we just let that happen. If they no more lies here, I think we also have to let it go. Which sucks, but we just can't let Jeskai Rev happen. Also, if they board wipe with like an extra 7 mana, we can't draw cards off our tokens in case they Jeskai Rev. But if they just want to like 3 steps ahead plus draw cards here, I think I'm okay with it. Yeah, I think we just let that happen. Because we don't want to like open the doors. Flanker? Sure. Flanker's annoying, but I don't think we care. Yeah, because unfortunately we can't no more lives here. Maybe we should have waited one more turn. Because now I think we're just taking 3 off the flanker. Because again, we can't open the door for Jeskai Rev. So yeah, maybe we should have waited another turn on Elspeth. Because we kind of wanted to have like an extra 5 mana so we could like no more lies plus 3 steps if we need to. Crazy to say it, but I think we got a little bit greedy there. I think we just have to take this 3 damage, unfortunately. Okay, so now I think start getting in with Anchorage, maybe. I think we leave back 1 or 2 of these for the flanker in case they want to burn one out. Actually, I suppose we could make another one if we have to, but I'd prefer not to. Okay, I think we Anchorage. And then I think we leave back 1 of these tokens. I think we're fine with that. Can let that resolve. We want 3 mana. We want a minimum of 5 mana. So I think we can safely use 1 map token. So I think let's... Authority is not great against them. It does give us a little bit of life back, potentially. I think we can do better, though. We want more counters. Also, I forgot we wanted 6 mana so we could sack this and draw a card, but now we can't do that and also keep up 3 steps. Because if they Jeskai Rev here, 2, 4, 6, 7, they have enough to pay for the No More Lies. So we have to just block and let this go. Day, yeah, we're fine with day. So do they still have, they have 4, 6, they could play a land and go Jeskai Rev, but then we can No More Lies. So we actually could safely sack a token here and still hold up No More Lies. So I think that's fine. Let's make sure we tap this right. Inevitable defeat. Oh, they just wanted to target this for... that's fine. Sure. Admittedly, it does get us a little bit low. But I think that's okay. Now we can stock up. Oh, you know what? I forgot that this can't be countered. That's interesting. That could be problematic. All right. Okay, so let's stock up. Definitely want Consult. I think now we take Marang, just as a potential finisher. And I think then we can... We're definitely not making any more tokens because we need the life. I think we just... wait for counter magic. We probably just Consult here. We can let the rest in peace go. We don't care about that. Yeah, I think we just consult for 10 and hold up 3 steps. Could also sack and draw some cards here, I suppose, eventually. But I think we want to do... Oh, actually, I need to tap that wrong. Oh, we can't 3 steps if we do it this way. Never mind. We need the extra blue. So I think instead we just sack a token. Ooh, nice one. Okay. Okay, now I think we play another Elspeth and try to protect it. Need to be careful how I tap mana. I want to have a lot of blue mana open. So we want to have a minimum of 5 mana open. Actually, I guess 6, so we can... Yeah, we'll keep everything like it is. So we can sack this if we need to and still hold up 3 steps. Consult for 11. Yuck. So if we 3 steps that, they won't have enough to Jeskai Rev and pay for No More Lies. So I think we just counter that with 3 steps without drawing cards. Okay, Anchorage is great. I think we make some more tokens. And then just hold up Consult for next turn and start moving in for the kill here soon. Ultima is annoying, but not the end of the world. Let's see. Can sacrifice some tokens. And I think we also have to threaten the rest. So we just need to save 2 mana for No More Lies. So we can sack another one. Oh, not that one, this one. Okay, that's good. All right, let's start over. Now we can start getting in there with Anchorage as well. And we want to make it bigger. Do we care? I think we just want all of our mana. We need 4 plus at least a little more. I think I'm just going to hold mana up. All right, what do we not care about here? We can lose probably Ultima, maybe Day of Judgment. All right, now we can consult for 13. All right, we got there. Woo! Not exactly a quick game, but that was fun. Just like keeping mana up at all the right times and doing all the nonsense. All right, 2-0. All you gotta do is outweight your opponent, I guess. I don't know if he actually had the Jeskai rev, but you have to assume he does. I think this hand is good. Like, we've got access to stuff. It's decent against aggro. Got both colors of mana. Get the authorities going. All right, Demir, mid-range. So we want to make sure we can counter Curiosity on 4. If we are able to get to a counter, that would be sweet, because that card is a problem. Ooh, Nashi. Any numbers let you change your hand. Huh. Never seen that card before. I think we play the Fountainport, so it's not obvious if we have Day of Judgment mana. Maybe they play into it. I don't really know. I guess we also don't have hard counters here, which sucks. Oh, and they get Kato, I think, here.
Reached out of the shadows and into the fray. Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
All right, there's blue mana if we need it. Can get Beza going. Which unfortunately only draws us a card, but I think we still just want the body. Yeah, I don't really know what we do about Nashi. Nashi is an interesting card. Okay. So are they holding up counter magic here? Okay, so that's there for Curiosity. That makes more sense. The annoying thing about Kato is we don't get the extra creature tokens. Next turn they want to play Curiosity 100%. We can try to wait in 3 steps, but if then we go to 9, we go to 1, and actually if they play a land, we just die. So we can't really work with that. I think we have to do another round of Beza. Just for the body. We also draw a card off and get some life, which is nice. Unless they have the counter here, which would be super brutal. Although I don't think they run counters. Okay, I guess they have fan interference. I think that it's like a 1-of or a 2-of, so they might just kill us here. If they have land, I think we're just dead, right? Yeah, that's gonna do it. We kind of needed that to happen. Nashi is really good. Yeah, and Kato is annoying because he turns into a planeswalker, so we can't just board wipe him away. Very, very good at dealing with Azorius. So this just finds... I guess it gets legendaries too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, and now we just die to everything, basically. No more ways to gain life. Elspeth doesn't really work. So we tap out, we just die. I think we're just dead. I guess we'll see what they do, but I think we have to hold up, get lost. We gain some life off of this at the very least. I think we want it to resolve because we need the life. But actually we just die to these anyways. Can we make counters or copy? Oh, it's only creatures that we control. That's annoying. I think we're just dead. Can't really see a way out there, unfortunately. We go to 3, kill this, take 5, die. Yeah. That looks like a tough matchup. Dimir, I feel like it probably preys on Azorius control a little bit. 2 and 1. All right, again, the hand looks fine. Like we've got stuff to do. We have early mana, which is cool. Do we just go Anchorage here? We could potentially miss out on 1 life. I think it's fine. What is this? Sacred. Okay, so now we want to play it, I think. Get authority going. I guess this could be a number of decks. So Jeskai or potentially 4-color. Oh, this is actually Azorius, not Azorius, I guess. Jeskai artifacts. So Ultima is pretty good here. I think we just don't care about the early stuff and just go for digging. So let's stock up. I suppose they have the synthesizer. Maybe we're supposed to counter that. I mean, we can't counter it, so it's whatever. I definitely want Ultima and probably Consult. Or we could go for No More Lies, maybe? Huh. Do we want No More Lies? I think I just want Consult, honestly. Because like, we've got Ultima to deal with their nonsense. Maybe we're supposed to pick another land there? I don't even know. Okay, we've got Synthesizer. The nice thing about Synthesizer, like, it is annoying, but we don't really care how many artifacts they get going, because we just wipe them all away. Here, I think we just Consult. Just set up our next land drop to make sure we can do Ultima. Battlefront, like, it's cool. They get a bunch of nonsense, but I don't know that we care. Like, I suppose we could have taken, like, No More Lies there to, like, counter that and make them spend more to do the thing. But we have 2 Ultimas, so I don't know that we care. You got me. Boom. Cool story. Let's consult. Definitely want at least 1 3 steps. I think we need the land, and specifically the island. Alright, so now we Ultima, do a massive reset. Bye-bye. See you later. That felt so good. Oh, that felt good. Sure. Cool story, bro. That was a whiff if I've ever seen one. Now, what does this thing do? Copy target activated. Okay, cool. I guess we can potentially hold up counters here and just go for another consult. I kind of like that. We can also do authority, I think. Authority and then just go consult. Repurposing Bay, that looks like a counter thing. Because they can like turn things into more annoying things. So I think we do counter that. Do they have counters themselves? I don't think they really do. Like, maybe they have... They might have 3 steps. They probably have 3 steps, actually. Maybe they're wondering whether or not we fight over this. I guess if we fight over it, then like we let them do some nonsense, and then we just blow it all away with Ultima again. We're going deep into the tank here for this one. Yeah, it's actually like, I guess with this Phantom Recorder, it's pretty good because they can like get 2 searches real quick. Or they could make like a billion 2/2s off the, I guess only 2 2/2s, but it's not bad. All right. Okay, now I think we just set up for consult. Ooh, we can stock up and consult. That feels amazing. Drawing so many cards. I can see how people really have fun playing this deck. You're just doing all kinds of weird card draw nonsense. To counter or not to counter? That is the question. So they're definitely holding 3 steps, otherwise they wouldn't be thinking about this so much. Okay. Does No More Lies do much anymore? I don't think it does a whole lot anymore, to be honest. I think we just want another stock up, probably Beza to make them like do a little more. Beza doesn't really do much, actually. We might just want the land, if that's crazy. Yeah, like, Beza won't draw us cards, he won't make us creatures, at least not yet. I think I just want the land. And now we just consult end of turn, I think. Because then we can start getting in with our anchorages to slowly start taking this game down. Maybe our opponent just timed out. But yeah, consulting for 7 feels pretty good. We probably want to get Elspeth online because they have a hard time dealing with that, I think. What does this thing do? Create a token, artifact, or whatever. Spring loaded. Oh, they just want to craft this thing? Is that what's going on? What does this thing craft into? A chariot? All right. So let's consult. Okay. Pick up 3 steps plus a Fountainport. Now we can all stock up. Ooh, there's Elspeth. Definitely Elspeth. Probably Day as a backup in case we need it. Do we want No More? I don't think we care about No More Lies. All right, now we just pass so we can hold up 3 steps. Okay, and we can start making some tokens and then going big with Elspeth. We don't care about any of their permanents, at least not yet. What you got? Cryogen Relic. Draw a card. Yeah, whatever. I guess they could copy this to like have it happen more than once. They draw 2 cards. I think so. Maybe we actually 3-steps this. I think we 3-steps and draw. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I think we lose the maybe a get lost. I want to just keep playing land. All right, now we go Elspeth. Start making some tokens, hold up 3-steps. And then if they do nothing, we can make another token end of turn, and then try to start getting in there. Opponent has no decisions to make. I don't know what's going on. They're just trying to rope us. Sure. If they make that into a creature, we could just kill it. If we care? I don't think we actually care. Does this thing have menace? No. Okay. Yeah, no thank you. Not today. I guess they can attack Elspeth now. Can jump with the token. Take a little bit longer, but it's okay. I think they're intentionally just roping at this point. Okay. More land. Let's make some more tokens and do like a big setup. And then we can consult and hold up enough mana to make another token or go 3-steps if we can draw into another one. Or get lost or whatever. Man, I guess the salt is real. All right, I think do we want to consult now? Just to, we don't really need to. That works. Now we can consult to make a token. And then, does that give us, it won't give us lethal, but over like 2 turns. So I guess if next turn we activate both anchorages, plus we have 5/1/1s, so that's 10, 13, 16. So not quite lethal. And our opponent continues to rope. All right, let's consult. We want backup Elspeth. Let's get Marang. And I think just in case, I don't think it possibly could matter, but let's get another Elspeth. And let's make a token. Oh, we get 2 tokens, so maybe we do have lethal. Let's see, so we have, this is 12, 15, 18, so not quite enough. I think we can hold this up. I think we just do with 1. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Elspeth is pretty good. Okay, 3-1. Quick break. Okay, 3-1. So far, I really actually like this deck. I think this build, I like the 2 Elspeths. It's a nice finisher. I think some other versions run like the, oh god, what are the other finishers? They run like more copies of Marang or the Overlord thingy that makes the 2/1 flyers when it comes in. Yeah, I like this hand. We're going first. We got mana, we got stuff to do. We can consult if we have to. It's a little slow, but okay, could be up against Simic Aggro or possibly the Omniscience thingy deck. Or Reanimator. Okay, Reanimator. Do we care about Baelmerk? I think let's pretend we have a counter and then we'll let it through. I really want to consult for 4, so I don't want to consult here. I'm trying to decide if we have to. Because like if they, I guess let's see what they get. I keep forgetting that like most of the creatures they get back like matters for aggro, but not necessarily other types of decks. Like Harvester, we don't really care about. Okay, so they just want to do more nonsense. I think that's fine. I want to hang on to my consults. I think we can do better. Do we want a demo field? And that's another question. I'm trying to think like, does that make things better or worse for them? I don't honestly know. Let's hold it for end of turn and then decide. Reader, sure. We'll let that happen. Alright, so do they want Vein Ripper? What do they want against us? Bringer of the Last Gift? Like, this isn't that good, because we just, like, board wipe it away. This is a little better. I guess if they can do both, it's maybe... Oh, they have their, like, the setup where they drain us for a bunch or whatever. Alright, let's demo field. Let's get rid of their Watery Grave. Like, I don't know if this deck has lands that I care about. Maybe we're supposed to hold it, but I kind of want to filter and then just see if they have basics. It's always good to, like, do, like, the basic test. They usually do have basics, but if they don't, it's really funny. Let's go get another... Got the plane. Let's get another island. Okay, Verge is good. This turn, I think I just want to consult. I guess let's play the Verge so we can threaten the 2/3, but, like, if they attack us, we really don't care. I think I just play Fountainport here. Like, we could threaten the blocking or whatever, but, like, I'm so beyond caring to do that. This way also, like, we make them think we don't have, like, Day of Judgment mana or whatever. So you can always, like, play coy like that. So, like, oh, I haven't got it, you know, or something. Let's consult. Is it better to Marang, or... I think we want to consult. I can't remember if they have 3-step or not. Rest in Peace is pretty funny. Okay, so let's get that and another consult. Like, if we resolve this, the game is, like, over, right? Wonder if we're supposed to, like, have, like, counterspell backup. We could just go for it. Because we have 2 copies in the deck, right? I think let's go for it and let's see what they've got. Like, it's pretty funny. Do we want to Authority here? We could Authority. We could also threaten, like, 3-step, but I don't think we care. And then I guess, like, we just consult if we have to. Awaken. Sure. Okay, they can get our Rest in Peace, so they just, like, restart the process. That's okay. It's not bad. Do we want to consult here? I really don't want to be honest. I think I just want to go Elspeth next turn before they have, like, nonsense. Maybe we're supposed to consult. I guess if we're gonna Elspeth, let's consult now. Do we want Beza here? I guess we want Beza as, like, a stopgap. So now we Elspeth. Do we want to consult again for, like, the board wipe? I think we Elspeth here. We can Elspeth plus Authority. We could also get rid of this if we care. Do we care? I don't know if we should. I don't know if we're supposed to care if they mill 3. I think I just make creatures because we got to end the game at some point. Okay, they got another Elspeth killer. I guess that's pretty good. Like, maybe we were supposed to play around that. We definitely don't want to Marang anything. Marang is really bad here. Beza could be good soon. I guess we just want to consult and like look for our other... Maybe I was a bit too hasty on our Rest in Peace. I forgot they had these stupid awakens. So I think we just consult this turn and sit. Do we care? I don't think we care. So they can try to get back their Cavero, I guess. Okay, they're trying to go for the big setup. I think they can burn us out, right? So we're supposed to block the 5/5. Don't care about the 1/1. Let's... Yeah, because we want to consult. So we'll just throw this in front, and that's fine. I guess we were supposed to play a little bit more defensive for a while, instead of just going for it. Okay, definitely I think we have to 3-step this, because otherwise they just do the nonsense. So we can 3-step plus draw. We don't have enough for the rest, that's fine. We want more land. Do we care about Beza? I'm not sure we actually care about Beza. Actually, I think Marang is kind of bad here. I guess we use it to draw cards. I guess we discard the land. Because like everything else kind of does stuff, sort of. Maybe we were supposed to keep land there. I don't actually know. I don't think we Beza yet. I think we consult. I think maybe we're supposed to consult main phase and then try to hit our land drop. I kind of like that. Let's consult. Okay, make sure we get the land. And I think we pick up another 3-step here. Sure. So we just make sure to counter this one too. Okay. Yep. Block the 5/5. We can just no more lies that. Hit our land drop. Now we can Beza and hold up 3-step. Buy ourselves some time. Ooh, pick up another 3-step and Marang. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, he's going for it again, so we can 3-step. stock up is nice. I think we want to stock up here. Ooh, there's the other Rest in Peace. And I think we want Day of Judgment just to kind of have the ability to blow everything up. Because we can Marang for more cards. Maybe we're supposed to pick up stock up here, but I feel like Day of Judgment is better. Just to have like one copy in case things get out of hand. And we can even Rest in Peace and protect it. Yep, that'll do it. Nice. That was fun. Okay, 4 and 1. Yeah, I really like the 2 copies of Rest in Peace. So you can like run the first one out and then you have like the other one to go and get if things go sideways. I think that is definitely a heads up deck building. Decision from Dearsliversmtg. Yeah, I think it ended up working out, but like I think we were probably a little too aggressive with our Elspeth there. I forgot about their enchantment that kills non-permanents or non-land permanents. I think that's like me as the aggro player just trying to live my best aggro life. Interesting hand. So we don't actually have access to blue mana right away, but we can demo field to get there. I think this is good enough. Like, I'm not sure if that's correct, but ooh, mirror match. Okay. I think this is, oh, never mind, it's artifacts. Ooh, Ultima is a nice rip. That feels pretty good. I guess we technically do care about their graveyard because whatever it is, like the craft with artifact nonsense. So we can just take a turn off to do that now. And just turn that off completely. Okay, this is actually, maybe this is not artifacts. Maybe this is just control, but a weird version of it. I guess if it's control, we can blow up their Irencrag and Candy Trail if they are tapped out or something. Okay, so it is artifacts. Do we care about that? I mean, I'm not convinced we super care. Create a gnome. I guess I could start doing nonsense. We can slow it down. I think we can counter that. Just make them sort of buy in a little bit more into the board. And then this turn we want to go look. I don't think they hold up counter magic. I think we do this end of turn. Again, I don't know their build, but I think we just... Yeah, I'm not sure if we were supposed to counter that. It feels like it was okay, but... Because now they can go for Synthesizer. But then we just blow everything up, so like we don't really care. Guess the real question is, do they have counters? Let's lose the plains, I think. We want more blue. Alright, so we've got 4 mana. We can star charts, or we could just Ultima now. I don't necessarily think we have to Ultima right away, because they can start making nonsense, then we can just blow it up. So I'm not super worried about that. I think we just star charts this turn. Or maybe we're supposed to stock up and get more land for bigger star charts. Yeah. Braided net, sure. Yeah, they do have the thing that can give everything haste, but we've got the authority, so I'm not terribly worried about that. I guess they take our authority here. Is that what they're going for? They probably take authority because they don't care about rest in peace. All right, let's consult. I think we want a Fountainport and maybe Beza, just to make them buy more into the... I guess they can just tap it down, but we do gain some life, and that's kind of fun. And we make some creatures. Yeah, I think we can do that. There's another authority. All right, let's go Beza. Actually, wait. They've got 2 cards. Yeah, there's no way we can draw cards here off Beza. Can gain life and make guys, though. All right, so let's Beza. Although I'm wondering if maybe we were supposed to stock up there. And we can authority. Now, I guess like maybe we weren't supposed to authority to like threaten a counter, but I don't think we care. We just want them to commit more to the board here, basically. Snare, sure. What do they take? Yeah, the authority. I guess they want to set up like the instant kill nonsense with repurposing Bay off the 3 mana into the 4 mana thingy. I forgot what it's called. It makes all their stuff haste. Okay, Saw Blades is good. We want to make sure to take 1 hit here, I think, because then we can gain life off the next Beza. We go down to 18. Maybe we just block. Yeah, I'm just gonna block. I don't care. Because we're just gonna wipe the board here. Okay, let's just Ultima real quick. And then we get back our authorities. Ultima is pretty good. They're playing top deck mode. Rest in Peace is funny also. then we try to set up for Elspeth, I think. All right, let's stock up real quick. Actually, how do I want to tap this? I don't think we care about the demo field. I guess we can use it to like filter. I don't think they have any land that matters, but I guess we'll just tap this for now. All right, let's stock up. Ooh, double consult. Haha. So much card draw. Okay. Yeah, they tapped out. That makes sense. All right. 5-1. This deck is cooking. Really liking it so far. Like all the ridiculous card draws, lots of fun. And the rest in peace is like weirdly good. I like our hand. We've got land, we have board wipe, and a bunch of card draw. Sign me up. A little slow though, so I guess we need to draw well. Let's lead with blue. Make them unsure if we have the day or not. Okay, if they're doing that, that means that they're not committing as much to the board, which is kind of good and bad. I guess let's go Verge here. So they're committing definitely a little bit. They might just burn us out before we... Like, we don't have a lot of... If they kill us on turn 4, it could happen. Okay, that was a nice pickup. I want them to think we don't have board wipe. So I'm not going to play the plains or the Flood Verge thingy. And then we'll just use Get Lost to get through the next turn. Because they could easily just kill us here. Ooh, okay. Do they have enough? So if they have Helix, that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So we have to kill something. I think we kill the Challenger. Actually, I guess we probably kill Slickshot. Let's go to blockers. Shock is good. Okay, we're at 6, so we don't quite die unless they've got one more piece. But now we're like really low. Stabilize at 1. I don't know. This is a little iffy. If they've got anything, like, we're so dead. So we obviously day. But, like, they have so many top decks that we just lose to. Yeah, that means they drew it. Yep. That happens sometimes. We needed, like, interaction a turn sooner. I don't know if you're supposed to keep that hand or not. I guess, like, if you're up against burn and you're on the draw, maybe not. 5-2. It always just a little irks me when people give the good game right before they're about to win. It seems, I guess there's like a lot of different schools of thought on it, but like, it seems like you offer that when you're about to lose to be gentlemanly. Who knows? I don't know. It's fine. Okay, I like this hand. We've got stuff to do. Ooh, life gain. I think that's a good match. Let's go for a blue source here. Because we've got the... Actually, I guess let's go for white. We want double white. We want double blue also, but I think we go for white. Since we don't have the board wipe, I think we definitely counter this because they can draw cards and we don't want that. Try to keep it PC here a little bit. Okay, there's the day. Now we've got 3 steps back up. So we can try to bait some stuff out. I guess they're just stuck on 1 land. I don't think we... Do we care about that? Yeah, I guess they could like get everything over again. It's annoying, but I think we're supposed to counter this. Alright. I think we just go on the offensive here. They're on 1 land. Let's make some creatures, gain some life. And then next turn we can get Elspeth going, do a big push, maybe? Maybe that's wrong? Yeah, I think we just give everything flying though, and it works out pretty well. Maybe I'm being too aggressive, I'm not sure. All right. Let's get another blue source. And I think maybe we're supposed to take out one of these Pride Mates. I think we just keep making tokens. I guess if we make tokens, they just kind of both block and get bigger, and it's annoying. Maybe I'm just being too aggressive here, I'm not sure. Oh, it's mana value 3 or greater. Whoops. Okay.
Your heroes
Good to know. Life Creed Duo. Do we care? I don't think so. These both get bigger, but we can just chump. So I think that's fine. We could draw some cards though, I suppose. I kind of like that card draw aspect of this. So if we do this and draw some cards, that feels pretty good. Mostly I just want to draw cards. I could use an Anchorage, I think. Do we want to have... Yeah, let's keep the Anchorage. Really? I am so in. You have no idea. Oh my god. Is it Christmas? I think we just attack him again and keep doing this. Seems to be working. I guess if they can get rid of one of our tokens, we could lose our Elspeth. But we have counter backup, so I'm not worried. It is pretty funny that this, like, we've just turned it into the beatdown deck. I think we just counter it, honestly. Okay, they are getting wise. However, now we activate 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, they're dead. That'll do it. I guess, yeah, if aggro stalls, we can become the beatdown. All right, 6 and 2. Final boss. Here we come. I mean, I like the hand. Alright, I think we pay the life here for the authority. It's about the same. And then I guess we hold up, like, get lost and try to buy our way into day. Only problem is, like, for 3-step, we're going to need this other passage active. Boros Charm. That's pretty gross. Can't counter it. All right. We could demo field here to get access to and do the test to see if they have basics of the right type. Might be better to get Anchorage going. We might actually need it. Although I guess we could just draw 2 and discard with 3-step if we do it this way. I think we need to start digging here. Ooh, abraded bluffs. That's cool. All right, let's dig. It's not what we needed. I guess the passage is probably the worst. Well, Rest in Peace doesn't do anything against this deck, I don't think. I think Rest in Peace is actually worse against this deck. Whew! Okay, can we survive another turn? Maybe. So we Anchorage plus... I guess let's stock up first and see what we find. Ultima... And do we want 3-step or Consult? I feel like we need Consult. We need to keep drawing cards. It is certainly not looking good. I think Boros is in a really good spot right now against Control with all the reach they've got from Burn. It is appearing to be a really tough matchup. Maybe just because this version of Azorius doesn't have quite as much life gain. We've got Beza and the Authority. Yeah, they could just have it here. If they've got even a Helix would do it. Or actually, wait, that's enough right there. So yeah, they've just got it. Well, we tried. We had a piece of early removal. We didn't have, I guess we didn't have board wipes on 4. But even if we do, the burn to face is super rough to deal with. All right, so we ended up going 6-2. Still made profit, I believe. And let's see what we got. It's always fun to open the packs. Nice. Okay. So overall, let's take a look at the deck. I think I really liked it. It beats up on Control pretty well. The tough matchups, so the ones we lost twice to Boros and once to Dimir midrange, which is kind of more of an aggressive deck. That is a potential flaw of this particular build of Azorius. It is a little bit weak to aggro, but it does beat up on Control really well. I think the Rest in Pieces do have a place in this deck, as you could see in the Reanimator matchup, so I was very happy with 2 copies. And I think that with the amount of Reanimator that I saw on the ladder, I think that's probably pretty close to correct. Or at least it's nice to have access to. I guess only 3 copies of Get Lost and No More Lies make the early game a little harder. kind of like we saw in those aggro matchups, and only having 2 copies of Beza is a little tough to stabilize. What would I change? I'm not sure. You know, I guess I don't know the deck well enough to know, like, if you saw a ton of aggro in the meta, you might want to shift a couple cards over to deal with aggro. Like, the authority helps a little bit, but it's not enough. We need more life gain. And I don't know the right answer, or like the best answer to that. Maybe it just like translates into like more get losts and more no more lies. But they are like, they kind of get deadened against some matchups. So yeah, I feel like that's like where like Jeskai control and 4-color control really shines, is against the aggro matchups, because it has all like the life gain with like the helixes and like the impending defeat or whatever. Jeskai Rev, like those all gain life, which is pretty huge. And we don't have any life gain off our lands. We pay life with the Fountainports. So yeah, overall I think it's a very good deck. If you wanted to craft it, like it definitely did well, and I'm certainly not a veteran of this deck at all, but pick it up and pilot it, and I think you will do well. Let's take a quick look at the stats. All right, so 67% win rate, 75% win rate on the play, 60% on the draw. So I mean, it is net positive. 6-3 in total matches, as you saw. And yeah, the list will be in the description. And if you guys enjoyed this content and want to see more of it, consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next one.